I'm disappointed because I felt that I was working for the man who would be best for the country and who was the most likely to win, and that the country wanted a change in leadership very seriously and deeply, and that Governor Rockefeller would have given the country that change. Now, I do not exclude that for Vice President Nixon. I hope very much that he will come up to all the expectations of his supporters, and that he will find in the platform, which I helped to draft, a very good basis upon which to wage his campaign. And now we shall see just how this thing works out and what Vice President Nixon espouses in the way of policy and approach.
Senator, do you have any thoughts as to the vice presidency, as to who might be best to flush out the ticket?
This is the prerogative of the president. Even had I been for him for the nomination, I wouldn't presume, and it would be the height of presumption should I presume now, having been for Governor Rockefeller.
Well, Senator Javits, would the inclusion of Senator Percy of Illinois on the Nixon ticket represent a compromise between Rockefeller and Nixon forces to gain the best possible winning combination?
I have no opinions. I am an admirer of Senator Percy. He's a good friend and co-worker, but I have no opinions on that subject.
Thank you. Thanks very much, Senator.
For the action taken by Dr. Ronald Reagan, let us show our appreciation for his appearance and for his action. The chair now appoints the following committee to notify Richard M. Nixon of his nomination for President of the United States.
Okay. Senator, you with Mr. Nixon all the way, how do you feel?
I feel great.
Was there any time that perhaps you thought the issue was in doubt?
Never did think he was in doubt.
Senator, now comes the vice presidency. We all know it's the nominee's prerogative and so forth, but what kind of a vice presidency do you think would best serve the Republican Party?
Well, I think Dick Nixon will have a credible ticket. I think he will be a vice president who can advocate his viewpoint with sincerity and believability, and he'll be a tough campaigner.
Do you have any suggestions as to the type of campaigning? Perhaps last time, of course, he went to all 50 states. He seems to have indicated he might concentrate a little shorter.
Right. I think, I can't speak for his campaign strategy now, but I think it will be paced somewhat differently than it was in 1960.
Do you feel that perhaps he can count on the South and maybe take some other areas?
Well, I think he's going to have a broad-based campaign covering the whole country.